Oh, we didn't talk about the trailers, did we? Spider-Man.
We are in our game segment, so I don't care about Wolverine, especially if it's a PlayStation exclusive, so I will not be playing that one.
That's fine.
And I guess at some point I'll have to get a PlayStation 5 so I can play the Spider-Man 2 game. But I don't know, did I say this to you in an email? Maybe I did afterwards, being like, I can't believe that they took a character that I am very whatever on in Craven and made him sound pretty cool in the trailer with him talking. And I was like, okay, I like how he sounds here. And then they merged him with the other super overrated Spider-Man bad guy that I don't care for. So now,
No, wait, no, Craven's not going to be Venom.
how is
It's
that
going to be
not?
Harry Osborn.
But Craven was talking, and then like Venom
And then
bonds with
Venom
him.
replied. I don't think Venom bonds with him, does he?
I took that to mean that Venom bonded with Craven. And if you don't think that in a video game they're not going to bond Venom
Yeah.
and Craven just for like the big
But I think
boss
it's going to
battle,
start as Harry. I think it's going to start as Harry.
that's fine.
Because that's where the game ended.
Talking about Harry and Craven possibly merging into one character. For the
You mean
next one.
Venom
What did I say?
and Craven?
Craven and
I
Harry.
said Harry.
Yeah, Harry and Venom. No, Venom and Craven. In the game here, so I kind of just finished the, I guess, second chapter. First chapter of Future Revolution is like the intro. Second chapter is All Stark City, and your main bad guys are Kingpin and Ultron. And so you have the Hand running around, you have Ultron running around. And then they revealed that Hank Pym from an alternate reality is also one of the bad guys sabotaging New Stark City as
Okay.
Yellowjacket. And that reminds me of What If when he went crazy in that episode. Is Hank Pym a bad guy at this point, do you think?
Yeah, Hank Pym's a bad guy. I mean, he's always kind of really bad. Okay, I say that, but my favorite Hank Pym was Avengers Academy. I love that Hank Pym, and if he ever came back, I'd be really happy. But at this point, it seems like they just want him to be a bad guy.
Seems
And
like,
to be fair, he's a very problematic person.
yeah. But anyway, so this alternate Hank is a Yellowjacket and he's sabotaging stuff. So you have to take him down in like the big climatic battle of the second chapter. And then they merged Kingpin and Ultron into a bad guy because this whole convergence stuff. Ultron developed a technology to combine robots and humans together. It was actually a pretty fun, I think it's a pretty fun story. Like I'm actually like, you know, not skipping the cutscene, so I can, like the first time I play through with Spider-Man, like so I can actually get the story. And it's not bad. They've got, it's like on that big run through in the end where you fought Yellowjacket, Kingpin, Ultron, and then what did they call him? Kingpin Ultron combo guy. I don't remember what they called him. King Ultron. And you had Daredevil and Moon Knight and Punisher running around with you around the level, like helping you out. It's like they do a really good job with, the graphics are pretty great, I think, in this game for a mobile game. But they're doing a really good job with littering in like secondary characters as well. Like I said, with Moon Knight and Daredevil and stuff.
Okay.
So I wonder how often they're going to release another character. Like I can see it being hard, but if they already have like Daredevil and Moon Knight and Punisher like in here side characters, I assume they've got to have plans to like make them a playable character at some point as well. I think because last time we talked, right, there was a few things I said that I think are incorrect, right? I said something about how Spider-Man suits, there's not a lot of variety to them now because all you see is like basically modern 2099 Spider-Punk, right? But after that, I realized that they have a whole bunch of other suits designed just for this game that you could get pieces of as well from like these costume chests. So now I'm trying to like get all these costume draws so I can try to get some of these cool looking suits. Like they have the Endgame suit in there for Spider-Man, which is not a unique one, but they have like all these different regions. Like right now I'm in New Stark City. So Spider-Man has a New Stark City themed suit. They have a suit that's, I think, Rise of the East, which is very like Asian-y, Shang-Chi type influenced. And they actually look really cool. Like they did a good job designing these different, not standard comic book suits. So I want to try to unlock some of those at some point. And then the other thing I was worried about, I said, I don't know how I feel about replayability. I still don't know how much replayability there is. but they do a good job where they have like a whole bunch of different challenges for you to like clear everything on a level. So like right now, what I just did was I spent the last 40 minutes like lying in bed with the boys, trying to get them to calm down while they watched Jumanji, going through and like cleaning up everything I needed to clean up in the 4 zones that made up chapter 2. So like they keep track of all the collectibles, how many bad guys you've knocked out. They had like the big bad guys like Kingpin and like these hand leaders like will spawn randomly, and they give you a challenge to like defeat Kingpin like 3 times, defeat Ultron like 3 times. So you have to run around and wait for these characters to spawn and then try to knock them out like a few times in order to complete the challenge. So there's definitely, and I can feel like clearly I only play like maybe an hour a day, and it makes me sad because I see people running around here who are already like level 60 and shit, and looking for people to like help them take on, like they're throwing out names of characters that like bad guys that I wasn't aware was in the game because they're so far ahead of me. They're like seeing these guys and like, damn, I'm still stuck on Ultron and Kingpin. But I just finally made it to chapter 3 because I cleaned up everything in chapter 2 finally. So I definitely think, I don't know how much I'll replay it, but I definitely think I'm gonna get a lot of hours just playing it through the first time with Spider-Man. Yeah. And that's not bad for like a free game. So I'll probably wind up, you know, doing my normal thing where I say, all right, well, here's $20 because I appreciate, you know, you giving me this free game. So I'll give you something for it in return. Still very fun. Still very excited about it.